This is our entry into Horrorshow3000's Horror Nation Participation Vincent Price Poster Contest. And we're supposed to pick out our favorite Vincent Price posters. And of course, he's done a lot of nice ones. This one here is an alternate to what Richard had picked for House of Wax, one of my favorites. I really like that one. Of course, he's done a whole slew of classic movie posters, and a good portion of them they decided to put them on the poster as a selling point. But one things you'll find is these are some of the most beautiful painted pictures that you'll ever see.
That's a nice one.
They like that one of the Haunted Palace, of course.
Yeah.
A lot of them. There's some little interesting facts, like this one here. This is the original for House on Haunted Hill with the graphic cover of the hanging woman and the beheaded head there. This is an alternate international one where you can see that they've taken out the hung woman. And in fact, in an Australian day bill right here, they just pretty much painted right over it and covered the woman and the head because of the graphic nature of it. Really nice stylized look to this one here. You kind of has a Tim Burton thing with that angular feel to it. Another beautiful. This was the start of the AIP films. The Fall of the House of Usher was a major one for them.
That's my favorite.
Revealed that at the end.
Oh, sorry.
Ignore that woman's comments. This is probably one of the only ones that actually use photograph. As much as I abhor the floating heads, these ones are tolerable. Here's a couple of the Raven, which is a really cool-looking poster. But here's the international one, which is a little more chilling. I don't know, when they remove the color, it just becomes a lot more ominous, I think. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's creepier.
But it seemed with their posters, they really stayed with a formula with the floating heads for all the different people that they were able to ensnare into doing these films. Of course, the famous Last Man on Earth. Another one that's really stylized. You have to really look at this one in close detail to really see what they've got going on. One of the only ones that didn't have Price on there, which was Tomb of Ligeia. He also went and did stuff aside from horror, which is coming up. He did some hip stuff, you know. He went head to head with Frankie Avalon and Annette doing the bikini thing. This is a British quad for the Witchfinder General, which was actually retitled in the United States. It's coming up now, Conquer a Worm, and to kind of make it fall into that whole Edgar Allan Poe series that Roger Corman was doing. And they basically, to make it appropriate, they had Price read some chapters of Poe from in the beginning, a prologue and an epilogue to really tie it in. That's a really nice one, which is, of course, the Abominable Dr. Phibes poster. And this was the sequel to it, which is a bit lackluster compared to the earlier one. I just think the earlier one had a lot more going for it than this one here. It was more shock value. And as far as this one here is not a movie poster, but this is the album cover for The Monster Club, a very underrated, fun film that had Price and John Carradine. But as far as our favorites go, Teresa, you want to tell them what your favorite one was again, in case they took my word and forgot what you picked?
It was the Fall of Usher. Fall of the House of Usher.
And why do you like this one here?
Because it's just very colorful and there's a lot of color in it. It's just beautifully made. It's eye-catching and, you know.
And my pick here is The Mask of the Red Death. Again, if you pause it, you can take a look how many bodies make up his face. That's it. Thanks a lot.